Hello everyone, good morning. I hope you guys have a good night's sleep last night. Today, as usual, you guys have some kind of seminar, and today is another one. And I'm asked to present some topic on healthcare, self-care for our teacher. Today, I hope that will help solve some of the issue that most of us as a teacher face. We tend to say that, oh, I have a lot of stress, or I have a lot of headache, oh, today I feel so exhausted, and so on and so on. You remember all those words? Those are the signs of stress. And sometimes being a teacher, when you have stress, you forget to notice it. Having stress meaning that you're having a bad day. Sometimes it's not bad days, it's bad months or bad years. And if you don't take care of it, sometimes it goes into depression. And I noticed that in Cambodia, every patient, every teacher, every staff I talk to, almost 7 out of 10, I would say 70% of the population in Cambodia, very high rate, they all have two major illness, MDD, SAD, major depressive disorder, backទឹកចិត្តធ្ងន់ធ្ងរ and social anxiety disorder, ជំងឺបាក់ទឹកចិត្តឬជំងឺខ្លាចសង្គម These two handicap you, these two cripple you, these two lock you down as if you are in a dark jail without having solution, having way to go out, get out of it. So today I want to pinpoint some of the self-care that you need to approach to take care before it lock you down, before it drain you out, before it pull you down. So remember, everyone, we are all human beings. We are no more special than that. And humans have our threshold. As a human, we can go and break down. So if we don't take care of ourselves, we cannot take care of others. Remember that taking care of others is as important as taking your own self. And why is it important? You cannot play a role being someone's supervisor, teacher, and trainer. Yourself not even healthy, yourself not even in completeness, mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, everything you need to be someone's teacher, someone's supervisor, you have to have wholeness inside you. But as a teacher, sometimes we don't have that wholeness that we call complete sense of healthy. And that's no one can give to you. And you cannot just automatically get it. You have to be consciously alert. You have to be routinely awakening yourself that you need to take care of yourself. So the best way to take care of yourself is to make sure that you have enough sleep. No matter what, you need to have enough sleep. If you don't sleep enough, your brain cells will not function well. If your brain cells don't function, your whole physical body will get pain, ache and pain and numb. That's the first sign. So besides sleeping enough, you have to eat enough. Eating enough meaning have all the 4 food groups. But sadly enough in Cambodia, not many people do that. Especially there's 2 food groups they almost completely forgot. One of them they are completely forgotten already. That is milk, dairy products. So remember, 4 food group meaning the carbohydrate. Cambodia we call pine cosalayan. And then the second one, protein. That means meat. And usually they require 4 days of fish. 4 days of fish. And then the rest could be meat that eat grasses. That is the healthy meat. And then the third one, we want to let everyone know that it's very important. It pulls down your immune system if you don't pay attention. That's why in America, a lot of teachers bring the snack. They have carrots, they have pepper, and they have different cucumber and so on. And Cambodia we call palai che. There's sometimes apple, sometimes banana. They always have with them every day, every time. Those are vegetable and fruit. If you look at my hand, you can see that they stand here, the third group, the highest. This is carbohydrate. You need only this amount, small and little. And then meat. Meat, you have 4 days of meat per week. That is fish. That 4 days is fish. And then the remaining day, you can have meat that consume grasses. They are healthy. And then number 3, most important, healthiest one, fruit and vegetable. But the sad thing that I said, no one pay attention to it. In Cambodia, it's a country full of a variety of food, but no one want to eat it. It's too abundant, you take it for granted. So please remember, fruit, fresh, vegetable, fresh. And then you go to dairy products, milk, cheese. This is one of the 4 food group, but we totally forget it. If you forgot it, orange juice substitute the vegetable and fruit also. They bring a lot of vitamin C that boost your immune system. So it's important to sleep enough properly and to eat properly. And what else can you do to keep yourself healthy? Before you get emotional health, that means you drink enough water. And people keep asking me, how much is enough? Well, you take your weight, you divide by 30, you know the liter you drink. If you have, let's say, 60 kilo, you divide by 30, that means you drink 2 liters per day, plus minus a little bit. Because this is standard in the Western world, which is cold, but we are in a tropical country with a lot of humid, so we sweat a lot, so you might drink a little bit more. That's why you hear a lot of people say, no, I don't drink 2 liters, I drink 3 liters. Well, it's okay, because it's hot and humid. So that is what you need to do. Well, but if I do that already, but I still feel tired, exhausted, ache and pain, that's because you don't do what's more important, exercise, to get your joint, your muscle, your tissue work. So exercise, what do you mean by exercise? But I do a lot of weightlifting. I do build a lot of muscle. No. Exercise have many forms. Those are strain muscle, and those are push and pull and aerobic exercise. They're different kind. What you need to do is just simple. Just morning jog, swimming, or walk. 45 minutes per day. Average 3 to 4 days, that's all. Climbing up the stair all the time. You're doing too much, you damage your tissue. You're doing too little, you weaken your tissue. So just do on average. Sleep, eat, drink, and exercise. If you do that, you are healthy. When you are healthy, you're less sick. Your emotional, your mental mind, your physiological, your psychological mind, emotional, all our well-being are very complete and perfect. So what happens if you miss some of them? Or if you overwork your body, you overdo it, one of them will fall apart. If you do overdo it and you forget to balance it, then, for example, you work too hard, and then you didn't have enough sleep. In the morning, you go to teach, and then you get grouchy because your mind is not patient enough. The brain needs to rest. But if you rest well, you come to class, kids are fighting this time, you stand and you look and you laugh. And you feel funny that the kids doing that. But then when you don't sleep well, you go to class and you have big headache already. And then you go to class and you see all these things, you say, oh my goodness, headache. That's because your mind is not resting well. When you're not resting well, it's domino effect. You're not sleeping well. When you're not sleeping well, you become more weak. Your tissue will become going down. You are deteriorating. When you are deteriorating, by the time you know, you will have major stress and eventually depression. And every depression usually affect your somatic sign, your body. A lot of people in Cambodia, doctor, I feel short of breath. Doctor, I feel burning, and I regurgitate, I belch it. Or sometimes I feel numb half of my head. And I ask, do you sleep well? No. So when you fall asleep, do you dream? Yes. When you wake up, do you feel tired? Yes. Every day, sometimes you didn't do anything, but then you feel exhausted. Your leg, your hand are so heavy and you feel numb. Yes. And then every day you lost interest, you don't want to go anywhere, do anything. Yes? Yes. And then you think a lot, but then you cannot concentrate. You want to do something, you cannot think of it professionally, conscientiously, clearly. Is that right? Yes. And you are easily irritated and angry. That's why you have a fight all the time at home. Yes. And what else? Well, I have low libido, sexual reduction, interest reduction. This is all the sign of stress and depression. And when you go on and on and on, are you more agitated? Yes. Are you more frustrated? Yes. You forget easily? Yes. And those are the signs that you should notice. As a teacher, those are very important signs. And then, what happens when you have depression? You complain of stomach ache all the time. Oh, it's burning. Oh my God, my chest hurts. Why? Because when you stress, you cannot sleep. Acid in your stomach will keep coming out. And it burns the layer of your stomach. And you get ulcer. And that's when you eat something, it stays there and it burns. So that eventually cause your stomach, cause your gastrointestinal tract problem. Come and visit your doctor. Come and visit me. Or ask counselor or your peer, your friend, your colleague for advice. In order to survive today's world, remember you have to have confidant. You have to have a close friend. Someone where you live or somewhere where you work. Because nowadays, you make friends only places you work. Because you go back home, you're already indoor. You come out, you're already outdoor. You hardly see each other around your community. So the best place that you have friends are places at work. So make sure your colleague, your peer are your best friend. So when you have something, you don't wait until it breaks down. You make sure that you talk to your friend, you explain to your friend, you share. Someone that you can hold on to. Someone that you can open up to. So that way, you stay strong. You don't fall apart. You don't break down. So, as a teacher, I want you guys to be healthy. In order to be healthy, remember, you need to do self-care. That is physical, I just explained. You need to make sure that you are healthy physically by doing exercise, relax, aerobic, anaerobic, and then deep breathe, and then so on. Sometimes just meditation will help circulate your blood also. And then psychological. Something that causes you anxiety, that causes you stress. Find out what, and then try to solve it. And also your emotional. Yeah, people have a very easily affected. They feel pity, they feel self-blame, they feel self-loose. All those things affect your emotion. And then at the same time, spiritual. And then some people, besides the spiritual, psychological, emotional issue, you have the social issue. You work so hard, you become depressed, and then you become more and more isolated. That's why I say when you stress and you depressed, you tend to lock yourself in. You don't want to go anywhere because you lost interest in doing things you used to do. So therefore, you don't want to go out. You don't want to meet people. Even just small party, you feel uncomfortable. You walk in, you feel awkward. And then eventually you just walk out sometimes. So therefore, I hope you seek professional help so that all these problems would not affect you wholly, that it break you down. There's a way to move out of this problem. There's a way to help yourself. Because by helping yourself, you stay healthy. By being healthy, you are able to be who you are. When you are able to be who you are strong, energy, and you are not weak, and you're full of laughter, you're full of love, you're full of spirit. And then you come to work happy. You make people around you happy. And then your student happy. And that's what it needs. to be a good teacher, to be a good staff. And that's what it needs to be a second parent. Thank you so much. We feel tired, we want to give up because so many burdens, so many problems. After teaching, I have to go home and do assignment, correct the homeworks for 6 classes. Each class is 30, 20. So how many homework do I have to correct? And then stay late. And after that, you have to prepare lesson for tomorrow. And if you're a good teacher, you never teach the same lesson again and again. You make sure that it's new, up to date, refresh it. And then maybe practice on it. So when you teach, become natural. So that's how being a teacher. You are responsible, you care, and you do a lot of research to make sure that when students ask right and left, back and front, you can answer them. And remember, be a good teacher is not your responsibility to know everything. When they ask something you don't know, that's funny. I haven't come across that. Let me go check out. Tomorrow I'll let you know, okay? Perfect, because we are human beings. And tomorrow, don't forget, read about it and tell someone, oh, yesterday someone asked me about this thing. I found out now that's because of this and that. And that's being a good teacher. You make sure you follow up with what they ask and what you promise. So staying healthy is to find, like I said earlier, your colleague, your peer, to find your hobby, what you like to do, where you want to go, what do you enjoy, and then what you like to go to places that you never go, you want to explore. Make sure you do something once a year to get new fresh air and new experience. And also bring your kid, go out, barbecue, camping, and just go eat together. And then forgive and forget and don't mind too much. Because those things, it irritates your mind, bother, it buckle inside there. And eventually it aches your heart. And by the time you know, it breaks down again. So everyone go through it. But go through it little or a lot. As a teacher, because we see so many kids, so many problems, and so many crowded places, you never hardly have a place for quiet. Like many other people who work in the office or work somewhere, they can sit down and then by the time they can relax for a while before they can start doing their work again. But teachers stand and run, correct, and then go home, do homework, and then prepare lesson. Like constantly endless job and never-ending stress. And not many people recognize and appreciate it. So we can't get respect, we can't get happiness from others, but so we have to find it within ourselves, among us, in the same career, in the same field. That's why you make sure that you have friends, you have colleagues at home or at school that you can talk to, rely on, and things that you can join, do together, hang out as a family, and then maybe places to do, and some kind of community to join, maybe to relax, meditation, and to have fun on the weekend. Because of that, I understand teachers are very stressful, do a lot of things. That's why I try to cut down the hour from 60 to 50 something to something now to very low. I try to reduce the working hour. I try to go from 7 days to 6 days to 5 days and a half, now to 5 days. So everything I try to do to make sure that my staff are healthy and not overworked. It does not produce good result. When you overwork, you just drain them out. And I hope that you understand. But make sure none of us suffer. No one in our family, AIS suffer. We want every one of us to survive humbly and healthy. If not, let us know. We have foundation. The same thing. Don't be embarrassed, don't be shy. When you're short-handed, you come to me, come to us. There's a way to help. And sometimes I feel that my staff are getting farther and farther away from me as my position gets higher and higher. Remember that I'm still Dr. Meng Lee. Stay positive, be positive, think positive. You will have positive things in mind. And then you have positive things happening. That is called law of attraction. And law of attraction really works. It works for me, it works for my brother, It works for my brothers and sister and the whole family. I want to become a principal, have school 10, 15 years before I come to Cambodia. Have all the drawing, the number of students, the counting, the multiplying, and so on. And I want to do something I already think 5, 10 years ago. So never underestimate your dream. Never underestimate the power of your thinking. Because that because diamond spirit will always be shine if you polish it every day. That is something in your heart somewhere here. To the young kid, is that's what your dream, what you want to be. For you, even now, you still have your dream. It's never too late to polish it until it shines out. By that time, you know exactly who you are, and you are satisfied, happy with what you have. So please, if you haven't found one, try to polish it, try to fine-tuning it until it shines out. And that is your spiritual diamond. We call in Cambodia, I call it Paleng Duong Pich. I found it, my brother found it, my family found it, some of you found it, and I believe a lot and most of you found it, will find it, because that's what makes people happy. And with that, I will end this speech, and I wish you all the best, and congratulate everyone for being able to stay healthy without any infection, and also congratulate for those who infected and already healed, because you have antibody in your body already. So it's a plus. But anyway, we are happy, we are fortunate that a lot of our teachers are still here without having to cut down a lot, and we still pay. And I'm so sorry for some of the teachers that we have to reduce some and cut down some for the survivability of the whole school. But we mean no bad intention. And I know that you always have done your best, and I believe you will continue your best. Thank you so much.